This is the Power Gaming Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is Alex from the Power Gaming Podcast, here joined again today with Joe.
Hello.
And we're back again this week, finally, 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And we still haven't uploaded the last episode.
It's up.
At the time of this recording.
Well, yeah.
It's up now?
It's up now on one site, but, you know, it'll get where it's going. So, yeah, Joe, today we got some interesting games to talk about. Some new gameplay from certain games we've been looking forward to. We'll get into those. But in the meantime, you guys can remember to follow us on SoundCloud, Twitter, and YouTube, all at the Power Gaming Podcast. So,
well, Twitter on the Power Gaming Cast.
Yeah. That's right.
Because apparently
It's
too long.
It was too long.
The copyright.
They got us. But, so yeah, Joe, first topic today. A little game we heard about at E3 finally got a big gameplay trailer. So, Joe, without further ado, first game of the day is Cyberpunk 2077. Finally, we got an extended look at the game.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, what are your thoughts? What we saw?
Well, seems like this game is just going to be first person.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's a lot of mixed feelings about that.
Mm-hmm.
With gamers, you me. No, but
Me the game.
me the game. It's been a long day.
Mm-hmm.
No, I feel like a third person approach. Well, like having the option to choose between first person and third person would have been much better.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That cool.
Honestly, like when I first saw the trailer, I wasn't really too into it.
Yeah.
And I could tell because I just skimmed over most of the video.
Yeah. You're like 48 minutes.
Yeah. I went from like 3 minutes and then 10 minutes and then 18 and just eventually stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like more action like needs to be shown in the game. I felt like they spent too much time talking about like showing a specific storyline.
Yeah.
And we don't know anything about the storyline to be invested in it as of right now. So they should have like the car gameplay was really nice to see.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to see more like combat in the game. It was like I said, it was too much like narration stuff going on.
Right. Walking around, showing the different like
like the conversation you have with the thug in the car.
Yeah. Just
the
like
mob
sitting
boss.
in the car for like.
It's like we don't know anything about the story to care yet.
Yeah, to us,
it's
just Rick Ross sitting in a car.
It's just Rick Ross
in 2000.
He's trying to get you on his next album.
Yeah, man.
He's trying to have you featured.
He lasted all the way to 2077 somehow. But yeah, you know. No, I agree with most of that because just right from the jump when you see him like pull out the gun and stuff and go through like that first shooting section, I was just like,
I was not a fan of that. Especially like the voice acting is so cringy with Jackie, I think.
Oh, the bodyguard.
It's like the stereotypical Mexican voice, like "Orale, Holmes." Yeah. It's just so cringy for me.
Mm-hmm. But just like the gameplay, it feels like we've seen that before in other games. So like I don't know how that's gonna how it's gonna separate itself and make it feel like something fresh.
Yeah, I think what's gonna separate itself is because there are some good things about the trailer, like the amount of AI that you have, like you can interact with, like in the environment. Like there's a lot of people walking around in the city.
Yeah,
like more than any other game I've seen. And this is just from like this gameplay trailer. So that's pretty impressive. This is like a small thing. The color grading in the game is really well done. Like you could definitely has like the cyber feel. Like you got purples, you got pinks, you got blues in there, and then you have like when there's no lighting, like from the signs or whatever, you have like the orange, like yellow, rustic tones.
Yeah, like the daytime.
Yeah, so that like the color grading is really well done. Like from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, the art definitely like, you know, I mean, and we saw that too in the trailer at E3. Yeah. Like that's why it was so like eye catching and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Those like cyber.
They didn't show a lot of nighttime.
What's the genre for that? It's like man, the name's like passing me now.
Noir?
No, not.
Which one? Like sci-fi?
I'll figure it out. I don't know.
Aesthetic.
Is it Cyberpunk? That's like what it is, right?
I mean,
that theme.
Yeah.
Like the signage, like the yellow and the blue and purple and all that stuff.
I guess. Because, like, what was that movie? Blade Runner.
Yeah.
They had the same style, but...
Like that.
That specific... Man, we feel like idiots. We're going to feel like idiots when we fucking look that up later, and it's just, like, the most obvious, like, name for it, but...
I think it is called Cyberpunk, is that theme. But, yeah, whatever. Like, it does it really well. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
It's very stylish.
Yeah. I'm just kind of disappointed, though. You can't have a flying car.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe you can get that later in the game, but...
I hope so.
Oh, man. But, yeah, definitely, I would have personally preferred a third-person approach with it.
I would have liked a choice, like, between first and third person.
Yeah, because, like, although...
And then if not, I would rather have a third person.
Yeah, because they're going for a more immersive feel, I suppose, but with something like this, that's, like... It's hard to picture yourself in that world, because, like, we don't really...
Well, the third person would have been really cool in this game, like, just walking through the city and, like...
Yeah,
with all the people like walking around you and like and you have even a bigger perspective when you're in third person, so you get even more of the environment.
I guess we'll see how much they want us to interact with like everybody that we see like literally walking by us.
Oh yeah, I mean I assume it'll be like,
because I don't know, because like in Witcher for example, like that game had a lot of NPCs too in the towns, like the main cities.
Oh, that was the word, man. I said NPC? AI. Yeah, I was thinking of NPCs. Okay.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, like in The Witcher, there was a lot of people that walked around you in Novigrad and stuff like that, like the main cities.
Yeah.
But you couldn't really like interact with them that much.
I mean, I assume they're gonna have that in this game too. Not everybody you're gonna be able to have a whole conversation with, I'm sure. Of course. But it's looking like I think we need to see more of it.
Yeah, definitely. Even though like for a first gameplay trailer to show us, they dropped like a freaking hour of footage, but
yeah.
It was a little bit overwhelming. Personally, I don't know. I think
I would have preferred like short clips of like the best things you can do in the game, like what really sets it apart from all the other games. Like I don't know, showing us. I don't know if you can customize your car. That would be dope.
Yeah, like a short 3-minute trailer or something.
Yeah, and then just combine that with other things you can do. Like I don't know. I really like customization in games, like having your own custom house and stuff. So that would have been cool, like seeing what you can do. Like,
yeah, we'll see if that's a feature. I mean, I assume so.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like even something like to borrow from like the Red Dead trailer we saw a couple weeks ago. Like I would have appreciated this trailer more if it was sort of in that style, or like because there's a narrator in this trailer, but he's kind of just guiding you through the entire thing, which is
he's telling you everything, man. Like,
it's good and bad. It's like
I
almost over-explaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have liked the trailer like Red Dead, like you said.
Like the narrator specifically tells you, this is what you can do. This is what will happen. Time will change.
Yeah, sweet and to the point. Not really getting to the story.
Exactly. Because it's too early for that.
It's too early. Like, we're not invested yet.
Yeah.
Because we obviously, because we haven't played the game at all.
And they showed a big chunk of this, but I still think this game is like at least a year and a half away. I don't think we...
Do you think it's a year and a half away?
Play it, yeah. Probably around...
I'd say next year it's coming out.
2019?
Yeah, for sure.
Early or late? I think late.
I'm aiming November.
November?
Yeah, so late.
Yeah, that's
somewhere in the fall.
I think that's the earliest.
No, November's like... November's winter, right?
It's like late fall, early winter.
Late fall, early winter. Depends how you look at it.
Late autumn. Very
late autumn. Yeah, somewhere between September and November is my guess. But I mean, like, it does, like, they do have a lot to show, like, in the gameplay, so.
Yeah, that's true.
And they wanted to make it really clear, like, that was not the final.
Yeah. So. they make sure.
They made, like, there's a disclaimer.
There's a giant disclaimer.
With the watermark on top of the video. So, and then the narrator in the beginning says it.
That's their get out of jail free card. In case they're like, oh my god, everybody hated it. We gotta go back to the drawing board.
3 more years.
Watch people, because there is like recently I saw a headline for an article that was saying that players, like the developer CD Projekt Red is aware that the fans are like would prefer a third person like perspective, and although it's up to the creator to determine like their vision. But at the same time, if your whole fan base is saying,
but there's something as having a vision and then something as like selling games.
Yeah.
You definitely go towards selling games.
So who knows, man? Maybe because they have third person driving as an option. But it's just weird that they would only limit it to the driving aspect. Like, why?
Right.
Like what makes it so necessary to only be first person?
Has there been like a definitive answer if it's just
they
first
said it?
person?
Yeah, they've said it was going to be only first person.
Oh,
but I mean, they keep saying they're listening to feedback. So if that's the biggest complaint, who knows? Maybe they.
I mean, like I enjoyed Fallout 4, and I played solely in just first person, so I don't really mind that that much. But
teach yourself.
Other people, I guess, they're coming from The Witcher, and they're like third person.
Yeah.
So
it's because there's been so many first person games in the last like decade and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them sci-fi and so many Call of Duties and stuff. So it was like refreshing for The Witcher to be like an RPG where you can play where it's,
right.
You get to see a bigger view. I don't know.
But The Witcher kind of had to be third person because like the different spells you can use and stuff, like the casting and stuff.
That's true.
Like I know Skyrim obviously does that, but like I don't know, like The Witcher.
I think the combat is way better in The Witcher because like Skyrim they make it simplistic for people to just.
It's like super basic. The Witcher like you're rolling and dodging, and obviously in first person you can't do that.
Be jarring as hell.
Exactly.
They're mods of that too, like a first person mods.
Oh really?
Yeah, and it's just like, have you played GTA 5 in first person before on the PC?
Barely. Probably like less than like 20 minutes.
Dude, like in there,
it was hard.
Yeah, you do a roll and then the whole camera like it's like, oh man, it's kind of jarring. So
man, you know what's gonna suck? Like I guess like shooter games tend to go towards more first person because it just makes more sense.
Yeah, like aiming down the sight.
And then if you're like more like physical combat, like The Witcher, you're gonna do third person because you're gonna have the rolling and the dodging like Batman or Spiderman. Man, I would have loved to see like I don't know, like some physical action, like not physical, but like
hand-to-hand
close combat,
something like that. Yeah,
not just like guns and stuff.
Yeah, the only type of it you see in here is like an assassination kill from behind or something, or just slapping someone on the head with a gun. Just like, I mean, yeah, you could do that, but
I don't know. I would have loved to see like some space weapon, like some kind of lightsaber. Is that too much?
Maybe, dude. Just give him feedback.
I want lightsabers.
Oh man, but yeah, this game, definitely a new game from that developer. Like, I don't think.
Definitely
like,
a new
just talking
style.
about the combat from The Witcher and stuff, it's like if that's what that developer was known for, like this is a huge departure from The Witcher.
Yeah.
If this is
it's a shooter,
an inclination, so
it's pretty much a shooter from what we've seen.
Yeah.
So
at least the story should be interesting.
Yeah.
If they could do one thing, it's definitely the story.
Yeah, I see.
Moving on. So a little bit of other news this week, Joe. We heard that Battlefield 5, or Battlefield V for the layman, is going to be coming out. Seeing a slight delay, and instead of releasing in mid-October, it's going to be coming out now late November. So just before,
a month delay.
Yeah, like just before Black Friday.
Right.
But after the big names are out, so to speak. Red Dead, basically. Yeah. So, what do you think about the delay, Joe? You're such a Battlefield fan.
Yeah, right. I can't say much about it, honestly. I mean,
do you think it was?
I didn't even know the game was coming out in
October.
I mean, I just don't play Battlefield, but I mean, the problem seems to be the stock of EA, I guess, has gone down since announcing that, which is like
since announcing the game, they've gone down.
Since announcing the delay, the stock has gone down.
Well, yeah, that's their big money maker.
Which is like, every time something happens with these companies, like it's always a knee-jerk reaction to the stock. Yeah. So, in terms of the company, that's what they're going with right now. Also, like you said, could be Red Dead coming out in the same month.
Exactly.
So that might be the reason they're holding it back a little.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the biggest reason. Yeah. Only because
people tend to buy like one game a month.
Yeah.
I can't see myself dropping $120 in the same month for 2 games. So
it is a lot.
Yeah.
For the common people.
Oh yeah.
For the comments.
I didn't catch that.
No.
For the layman.
For the layman. But yeah, no, I think it was the right move because that game was actually sandwiched in the release calendar by Call of Duty in early October and then Red Dead in late October. So, it was like pick your poison. If you get closer to Call of Duty, still, I think Call of Duty has a bigger fan base, even after.
But now we could see like it could end up being worse though, because people want a first-person shooter, so they'll go towards Call of Duty.
Well, it was coming out first.
It was coming out first, regardless.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so,
well then.
But
That's
I think it was the right move only because now that puts them right before Black Friday. So
yeah,
at least
gives them a little leeway.
Yeah, there'll be more advertisements presumably for Battlefield right before Black Friday.
Definitely have like a bunch of games coming out this fall. Yeah. So pushing it back was definitely the right idea. I wouldn't even be surprised if they push it back to another month.
No, well, no, that shouldn't. I don't think that will happen.
I mean, I want to be well. Like that's already like late November. That's the 20th.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's why.
That's already almost December. So.
And that game is gonna need the push of Black Friday, I think.
Right. What did you think about that when you heard that? Because you play Battlefield.
Yeah, dude, I'm a huge Battlefield fan.
I mean, I wouldn't go to that extent, but
yeah, I've played the last couple.
You've dipped your feet a little.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. The shallow water of the pool, but.
But speaking of puddles,
oh god,
that you can't dip your feet into.
A perfect transition.
Spider-Man's missing all kinds of puddles.
Yeah. So, as you know, as our audience
knows... Can we
knows,
just, like, side note, though? That was, like, the perfect transition.
Yeah, that was.
Best transition I've ever done.
That was, like, right to the point. You heard puddles, you jumped on it. Perfect. But, so, yeah, moving on. As you know, Spider-Man is coming out very, very soon, and we are very, very excited for it. But that, like Joe mentioned, is a big topic of controversy among people.
People want those puddles, man. They can't have life without it.
So lately, footage has been going around of the new Spider-Man game, obviously, since it's coming out so soon.
Spiders aren't supposed to even be going in water. So what's the point?
Come on. Let him get wet if he wants to. He needs to relax.
It's gonna cool off a little.
So, footage
of
the recent game.
Let's seriously get into this.
That's what we're trying to do.
From what I saw, a comparison video, the lighting was actually superior compared to the what was it, like 2016 versus like.
Well, let's let people know what the story is.
Oh, didn't we? Okay. Yeah, we're skipping all over this stuff.
So, recent footage of the game has been compared to footage from previous E3s, Joe.
Yeah.
And people on the internet, like they always do, noticed that there was no puddles. There was way less puddles in certain scenes.
That's what grinds my gears.
So they took it as a graphical downgrade, and then they started comparing other shots, and then people are like, oh, the lighting looks different here. Does that mean the game has been downgraded? And, obviously, people will complain about anything.
Of course.
But since that, Insomniac Games has come out, the developers of the game, and said that, no, we did not downgrade the game, but we changed the placement of the sun in certain scenes, so it might appear that way, but... And obviously the puddle footage, they took out a couple puddles, but that doesn't mean
people are just ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they had like a set level or whatever when they were showing the game off, and they wanted to put the puddles there to show it off.
Right.
And then when, they're coming out with the game, they just took it out because it just takes up like space, like
they do
memory on the game.
A bunch of
which I'm okay with. Like it doesn't mean the graphics are getting worse. Now back to what I was saying, like the lighting actually seems superior from the E3 trailer.
Yeah.
If you actually like look at it, you can see way more details on Spider-Man's costume because of the lighting.
Right.
So anybody that says the lighting got worse is an idiot. Like they're either like just going with the mob or they're not watching it because the lighting was superior from what I saw.
So, I mean...
What do you think? I mean, I think the lighting was better.
I agree. I think the lighting was better.
Yeah.
And I think people are just grabbing onto straws here trying to...
Yeah. I mean, what I saw, like, the one thing I guess that can be considered a downgrade was, like, the face of, like, is it Peter's aunt?
Aunt May, yeah.
Aunt May, right?
Yeah.
She had like a
cardigan.
She didn't have her cardigan.
She didn't have her cardigan.
The cardigan, the puddles. What's next, dude?
Yeah. Man.
I mean, no, but on her face, like you could tell there was less wrinkles, which might have been just from like I guess like
she got younger.
Yeah, maybe she's been using all different creams.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
that spider cream. Oh god.
Peter Parker can now afford to buy her that. Oh, yeah, but that's the only difference I saw, which like is like whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem.
I just think it's like
Also,
people are trying to grab like you said, straws here.
Yeah, especially after in past years with Ubisoft specifically, like they've been well documented as downgrading their games. Like,
Right.
Rainbow Six got downgraded. I think the Assassin's Creed from not last year's but the year before was downgraded. Watch Dogs was.
I think it's just
downgraded.
safe to assume like any E3 thing you see isn't going to be exactly how the game is, and you should know that.
Unless it's like about to come out, it's like usually
Yeah.
developers want that to be, as visually.
It's going to be
impressive.
polished as it can be, obviously.
Yeah, and it's just unrealistic to expect like.
But the lighting was way superior.
And it's not like the game looks like shit.
No, it looks good.
It still looks amazing.
It looks fantastic.
So, people are complaining, and we're sick of it.
I'm sick of it. Look at that lighting, guys. It's beautiful. Step outside. You don't know what that is.
Come on, man. People act like they've never seen Spider-Man before. Dude, he's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay, so yeah, that game comes out next week, and we are very, very
crazy. I mean, I gotta get it in like months from now, so
just avoid
I'll have
spoilers.
fun watching you play.
Try to avoid spoilers, my dude.
I don't really care that much about spoilers. It's a Spider-Man universe.
Moving on, we've got a great Nintendo Indie Showcase that just happened, Joe.
On Nindy, as some would say.
And, they showed a bunch of new indie games coming out for the Switch in the near future. And to be honest with you, I don't remember all of them. But the one
I
that
don't remember any of them.
The one that did catch my eye, that was just way too funny, was this game has a great name. It's called Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, is it really called Untitled?
It's really called that.
Oh, I thought it just...
No,
Is this the actual name?
The actual name is
Untitled Goose Game?
Yes. We will see if they ever decide to give it a name, but it's coming
I
out.
hope not. Now they can't.
Yeah, now that's way too fun.
It's official now.
It's official. They made a trailer. They put it in.
It's Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
Get it, folks. It's coming out.
I just really love this game, Joe. It just looks so ridiculous. Like just playing as a goose, annoying people.
This was like the third time you tried showing me the trailer. I didn't want to watch it, but
Yeah, because
now that we did the show, I had to sit down and watch
you
it.
had to, dude. You had to spend that minute.
And it was wacky, dude.
It was very wacky.
This goose was doing all kinds of things, man. Getting people's hats, throwing it in pools,
Yeah, man.
going into houses.
So many shenanigans.
Dude, he's committed at least like 5 felonies
Oh, for
on
sure.
this one trailer.
For sure.
Where will this goose go next,
I
Alex?
don't
What
know.
is he going to do next?
Maybe there'll be other geese.
Me-
Maybe we'll form a
Is there going to be like a multiplayer co-op?
I
You
hope.
can like tag team?
It could be a flock of geese just terrorizing the town.
That would be
game-
great.
It looks
So this is like a
so
stealth
entertaining.
game?
I think partially a stealth game and partially just like a goose sim.
Ridiculous. Like
A goose simulator.
what is a goose simulator?
Come on, you've never seen a goose out the window and be like, man,
Man, that thing's ugly.
what I would give to be a goose for the day. Come on.
Geese are miserable, man.
Yeah, they're aggressive.
They'll try to attack you. Straight up.
Those honks, man.
I'm not a fan of birds. I've been attacked by way too many, man.
Really?
All kinds of birds, dude. The ones that fly in the sky, the ones that stay on the ground.
ones that
All of
don't.
them, dude. This game's gonna give you some PTSD.
Oh yeah. No, we'll definitely be doing a live stream of that whenever that comes out.
So when does it come out?
But that one is supposed to come out early next year.
Early
So
next
we'll
year. Oh
see.
wow,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a long ways.
I mean, they gotta polish it.
Hopefully they come up with a name.
They gotta get the puddles in there in the right spot.
We don't want to see any puddles missing,
Yeah. No.
or we're gonna bring a shitstorm your way.
Oh yeah. No, it's all about style.
It's all about style.
And you need puddles for
We need the puddles. Don't get rid of the damn puddles. We'll get rid of you. Okay.
Oh man, but yeah, the Nintendo hits just keep coming with Goose King. Hopefully, you think Goose in Smash?
Assist trophy.
This is true. Oh man, that'd be great.
I'd love that, honestly. Like if the goose like picks you up and like throws you off the stage.
Just like honks, it's like a Sonic attack.
Right?
It just hits you.
Don't lie, you'd want to see that.
That'd be great.
Is this like a Nintendo developed game?
No, I think it's just a small developer. I remember seeing footage of this game like a year or so ago.
That's what I remember.
On Reddit, just a random clip of it.
Yeah.
And people were like, what is this? And then the developer was just like, oh yeah, it's just this game I'm making. So it was a pleasant surprise. And if you haven't seen the trailer, I highly recommend checking it out.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. It's a pretty entertaining game. So yeah.
So let's get to our final news of this podcast.
Yep. Been talking about Sony with Spider-Man. We've been talking about, other games, Nintendo stuff.
Battlefield delay.
But Joe, one thing we hardly touch on this show in the short 6 episodes we've done is
the great 6 episodes we've done.
Yep. The Xbox, Joe. Xbox All Access, Joe, is this new subscription plan that Microsoft is implementing at their Microsoft stores across the country, where you can go in person, only in store. They don't let you do this online or anything. You can go in and you can make a subscription plan.
Only in a Microsoft store?
Yes.
So no GameStop, no Best Buy?
No GameStop,
Microsoft only.
Only
Okay.
Microsoft. They let you have a plan now where you get an Xbox system, either the Xbox One X or the Xbox One S, the slimmer one.
Mm-hmm.
The online service, the Xbox Live.
Yes.
24 months of it. And Game Pass as well, which is their Netflix-like game subscription service.
Right.
So you get all 3 of that for a monthly payment for 24 months. No upfront cost. And
So there's no down payment?
There's no down payment.
But when does the payment end for buying the Xbox?
Now, I'm assuming...
Because what if you get this plan,
Mm-hmm.
they give you the Xbox, and then you just cancel it?
You have to give back the Xbox. I would think.
I mean...
Actually, I don't know. This is a really new...
all right, I'm trying to figure this one out. Because you're paying off the Xbox...
Right.
But it doesn't tell you how much of that money is going towards paying off the Xbox. Like, everything is just included into one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
when
you stop paying, does the Xbox lock itself or something? Like,
I don't know. That's a good question. But we need it. We need to read more.
I mean, I assume there's gonna be a contract or something.
It's definitely a contract. Also, you have to.
I just want to know how long is it that you have to pay for it?
I'm assuming
so you can that you can keep the Xbox.
Yeah, 24 months.
24 months?
Yeah, 2 years. A 2-year
So
plan.
let's do the math real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming you get...
Yeah, so the Xbox One X is $35 a month.
Right.
While the Xbox One Slim with the package is $22 a month.
All right, so I got some math here.
Quick math.
So $35 a month, Xbox One X, you're on this plan. Assuming you have to pay 2 years...
Right.
Which is 24 months. Mm-hmm. You're looking at $840.
Jeez.
You're paying.
Over 2 years.
So I would be very wary of this if you're signing up for this contract, because if this is a contract, you gotta pay it, or else you're gonna lose credit.
Yeah.
Your credit score is gonna go down. Mm-hmm. So let's do the Xbox One Slim now. So 22 times 24, 528.
Okay.
It's assuming you're paying for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pretty hefty price. Not if you just look at it from once a month, you're like, oh, that's fine. But if you're looking long run, that's a lot of money you're paying for 2 years. Because how much is a regular Xbox?
Regularly, the Xbox One S is...
One S.
The One S is $300, I think, is the lowest price. While the One X is $500 still. So
that's a hefty price, man. You're paying almost double, a little over double of what you'd originally pay. But you are getting the online service and the Game Pass. I don't necessarily think that's worth it, though. To be honest, I would not do this plan.
Nah.
And I don't think a lot of people are going to do it either.
I don't think so either, because for them to be implementing this plan now also is kind of strange, because assuming, that this console generation's almost over, we could see the next Xbox as early as...
You'll be stuck paying this Xbox
year.
when you could be playing the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the point? Unless they have some kind of plan that in the plan that lets you upgrade to it.
Mm-hmm. Like a phone.
Yeah, like a phone plan. But this is just overcomplication. Just buy the system and then just let us choose if we want to get the online service, and that's it. You don't need this plan. Mm-hmm. What I originally thought when you told me this was that you buy you can choose to buy the Xbox in 4, or you choose a payment plan. So every month you give money towards paying it off.
Right.
That's what I assumed what you were talking about was.
Yeah, that would be like, a layaway thing.
Right,
like
but now
most
that
stores do
yeah,
that,
but
this is like
if you're saying it's 2
upfront.
years,
Yeah.
and there's a contract, and then you don't even know how much money is just going into the Xbox, this is not that.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a payment plan. You're paying for everything else. So I would not do this at all.
Yeah.
Which is why I'll be buying a PS4. Because I don't want to deal with all these shenanigans, these Xbox shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. And also, one more note on that. To pay for it, they also, on the site, say that you must apply for a Dell preferred account, which I think is a credit card from Dell.
So you have to apply for a credit card, too?
Yeah. And
who's going to do this? Nobody's going to do this.
Very
Nobody wants to go through the hassle of applying for a credit card just to get on this plan.
Yep.
They're making it so difficult.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
So bad from a business perspective, honestly.
They're trying way too many things when the thing they got to
They're trying to milk everything out.
Exactly.
They got to work on getting their exclusives.
They got to keep that milk in.
They got to keep... No, they're like... They're trying to think of every possible scheme they can to milk the most money out of the Xbox before the console generation ends.
Right.
That's what they're trying to do right now. Because they know in 2 years when you're done with this plan, it's going to be irrelevant. Your Xbox and all the games for it and this stupid Game Pass and all that crap. It will. It will.
That's true. It's a very strange plan.
Not a fan of it.
Yeah, they need to just work on other things. For one, they could drop the price of the Xbox One X and the Xbox One S.
The simple thing that everybody else does is just drop the price of the system.
Yeah, because they're behind Joe by a lot. Like Microsoft is down.
They need to get more
exclusives. PlayStation right
more exclusives. That's why people buy consoles. Just for the exclusives. I wouldn't even be buying a PS4 if everything was coming to PC, if Red Dead and Spider-Man, but I'm going to buy a PS4 now, I guess. Because those games aren't going to be on PC. Exclusives. But the first hurdle with this plan is just applying for a credit card. Who the hell wants to apply for a credit card?
Yeah, exactly. Just for a game system.
Yeah. A Dell preferred account. Like, what the hell does that even mean? A Dell preferred account credit card. I've never. What else are you going to buy with Dell?
PC parts.
So dumb.
Who knows? Microsoft, get your stuff together. This is a very strange approach to something that, should just be as easy as walking into a store and buying.
Yeah. They should have been improving their Sea of Thieves game.
And how are they going to present this to the public? Like, are they going to talk about this at E3 or any presentation that they do?
They would have talked about it then, E3.
Like,
There's just like, how do you market this like on a commercial that's like 30 seconds? Xbox that seems like you're getting the better deal because nobody's going to buy this if they're going to get... Yeah. If they're not getting the better end.
Yeah, they're going to do their homework. Like you just did quickly on the calculator.
I just did it right now. Almost $840 for 2 years. That's like a big commitment.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Exactly. That's assuming Xbox, like we says, this one stays relevant. For
what's even included in the Game Pass? Is this like the new games that come out?
Yeah, they add like new games every month and stuff.
But what games?
Like their games? Just not much. Which is more older stuff. Like, I think Sea of Thieves.
So if a game comes out like,
Halo.
Let's say I have the Game Pass, right?
Right.
And a game comes out next month that's not just Xbox exclusive, will it be on the Game Pass?
They'd have to have an exclusive deal. People are saying stuff like the new Tomb Raider game is rumored to be coming to the Game Pass. This
just seems like overcomplicated. Like, I would just rather get the game on my own than hoping that the game's on Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like... It's supposed to be like Netflix, but not really.
If they're trying to be like Netflix now, that's not a good idea.
Not the Netflix of today. The Netflix of the past. But yeah, we'll see how that works out for them.
Not good.
They're not catching up.
I'm calling it.
They're not catching up.
Too good.
They gotta call it on this generation and just start working on the next thing because
they gotta just get some games.
They need more games.
There's like from me. Okay, I don't have an Xbox One. Like, what's incentivizing me to get a freaking Xbox? There's no games.
There's none.
Besides Gears of War, that's the only Xbox exclusive I could think of.
And now it's all on PC as well.
Yeah. So.
This is Vanessa.
Hello.
Making a special guest appearance. And you play Xbox, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. So what is your opinion on this All Access Pass?
Access Pass, it's a good thing, but...
Do you think people... Would you think Xbox players would take advantage of this? Or someone looking to buy an Xbox? Like, is it worth it?
If it's your first Xbox, you don't have many games, or you're just trying to figure out what games you like from there, yes. But if not, it's not really a good thing.
We also need to see if there's like a way to cancel the plan. Because like
not going to be a way to cancel it.
I
don't think so. You're going to have.
Because what if you don't like it?
You either do the 2 years, or you end up canceling and your credit score goes down, and that's way more important.
Yeah,
than
but
a
every
game
Xbox,
system.
The game system.
Yeah, but every Xbox now I think includes a Game Pass for like at least 14 days or something.
Oh yeah, free trial.
Yeah.
Might as well. You're better off just buying an Xbox and getting the trial, and then seeing if you like it or not, than committing for 2 years for something.
It's a little scary. I would be intimidated.
Yeah, because like I bought a controller there, like the Sea of Thieves one, and it even brought a Game Pass code even for 14 days.
Yeah, they even throw those in the accessories too.
They're really trying to get this Game Pass thing going.
They are. Gotta make it a buzzword. But
that's actually why they might just be bundling everything together, because they're trying to. I don't know.
Now, thinking about it, I think this could be an interesting plan for the next generation. Like, if it's the first new Xbox or whatever, that like allows you to get their service and all the games that come out new that are supposed to be new on that next Xbox system. I could see that as being maybe enticing. But this on the current Xbox, like, there's just no way, because everybody already knows like there's no games. Yeah. There's like hardly any games that's worth playing.
There's no games this year. There's no games at all. Literally, the only 2 games that I'm playing is Overwatch and Sea of Thieves in Xbox.
Yeah, and Overwatch.
Then again, those are games you can play like on the PC.
Yeah, exactly.
And Overwatch PS4.
And I'm new to Xbox, so
yeah,
that's saying a lot.
Oh. Well.
So if this plan was already like out before you got your Xbox, would you have gotten the plan?
Would you consider it or no?
Maybe, but everything that I've seen from Xbox, like from the games, is just not interesting for me. Like, I don't see it that I'll play it.
You're not getting as much bang for your buck.
Hell no.
Yeah, you can say it that way.
Yeah.
And the fact, why do you need to apply for another credit card? Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna do that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
they're trying to put like 4 different things into one plan. Like, apply for Dell Preferred Account, which is I guess the Xbox, the Game Pass subscription, online service. You have 3 different services they're trying to bundle up into one.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
It's like, that's insane.
It should come off like they're trying to make this as easy as possible by calling it all access, but you start adding up numbers and it's like the exact opposite.
They're gonna go for people. This is a scheme. It's like a scheme straight up.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
It's a Xbox scheme. They're gonna go for people that aren't informed, dude. And when they like sign the contract for this plan, they're not gonna expect the amount of money they're gonna have to pay. Yeah. Be wary, folks.
Yeah, be aware.
This
is a PSA. You know, we hope, as gamers, I hope that Microsoft does get their stuff together, because at the end of the day, everybody just wants to play more better games.
Exactly.
But stuff like this is like, you know, we shouldn't be like encouraging stuff like this, because
Dell Preferred Account. I'm gonna Google that. See what that is.
I've never even heard of that.
Because maybe that's a separate thing. Like, you gotta pay for something.
I think, I'm just guessing, I think that's the credit card you have to use to.
Why would you want Microsoft like having a say in your money, like your credit card? Like, that's so dumb. I don't know.
Especially.
So.
Oh well. Thank you to our special guest.
You're welcome.
We hope to see you in the future for more Xbox related content
and Nintendo content.
Ooh,
yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Next week we'll definitely have more to talk about, because guess what? Spider-Man is out by the time we record this next show.
And Alex will definitely be on that first
We've definitely been given a lot of impressions, and you know, I mean, we can all play it together and stuff.
Exactly. Check it out. So we'll have like an actual like review, I guess, like the first day it comes out or something. Yeah. What day does it come out?
Comes out on Friday, but it goes live on midnight on the Thursday the 6th. So
we can definitely do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing that all night. I'm gonna try and get through it, you know, pretty quickly. So yeah, definitely next week we'll have a lot more to talk about. Now we have some actual good games coming out.
Yeah, for sure.
And so yeah, guys, remember you can always reach us at Power Gaming Cast on Twitter. And check us out on YouTube and SoundCloud if you're not following us on either one of those. So, yeah. For Joe.
This has been Joe.
And this is Alex. You've been listening to the Power Gaming Podcast. And we're out.
Dun, dun, dun.